It's now 4:41 on your Tuesday morning, and of course, heavy rain swept over much of Connecticut, leading to flash flooding in parts of our state. What you see here is not actually a river. That's actually a new road in Avon just around noon yesterday. Just crazy, completely flooding out that area. And of course, parts of Litchfield County also saw some of the worst of it yesterday. But plenty of other states in New England dealt with their own severe storms on Monday. Emergency crews in Vermont conducted more than 50 rescues on Monday. This is video from downtown Montpelier showing more roads that were just completely covered in water. Now, parts of Vermont, get this, received between 7 and 8 inches of rain. Crazy. And in Winchester, New Hampshire, heavy rains wiped out entire roads. Can you believe that footage there? Some areas of New England received the equivalent of 2 months worth of rain, all from one storm. Hopefully, we don't see anything like that anytime soon here in Connecticut, right, Scott?